Hello and welcome to another update video about cryptocurrencies. In this video I want to talk about Polkadot. I have not talked about Polkadot in terms of a technical analysis on this channel before, but we want to change that because some exciting developments are happening on the Polkadot chart that I want to talk about. I made a video about Polkadot in June 2021, but nobody was watching my videos at the time, so it only received 18 views and 1 like. So yeah, there you go. But at the time talked about the bullish potential in Polkadot, and I think Polkadot has underperformed this year so far, but I think there is a lot more to come. It is one of the bigger cryptocurrencies, one of the main projects, in the top 10, and it is one of the few, I'm not sure if there's actually another one in the top 10, that has not seen a new all-time high after May. So there, from that point of view, there might be a bit of potential. I think that is because I did read it one day that because of, it was one of the biggest cryptos in China. I think last year, a lot of people bought it there and, kept it this year, and then China banned it, and then, it all crashed, and a lot of Chinese people in panic sold their cryptos, their Polkadot DOT tokens or coins, and there you go. There we are, making a very interesting pattern here, which some people might call a cup and handle maybe. I don't know if that is not really a cup and handle. You would want a horizontal support or resistance line, neckline, but it is still a pattern that we've seen with so many other cryptos now. I talked about Tezos, we've seen it on Harmony One, I think, seen it on Coty, and we've called a breakout on each of these on this channel. So the next one I think that might be coming is Polkadot. Very interesting. So we have a few things coming up here. So we already broke out of that. Is it a cup? I don't know. Maybe cup and handle. Here we had it here. I wanted to make a video on Polkadot for a while. I really didn't get around to do it, but broke out of that. Okay, pushed up. Now we're retracing, and we found support here in that range, in this cluster of moving averages. And now we're on our way up. I think, now that we are safely above this correction zone, in my view, I think it is for a long-term buy, or even like a medium-term buy. For me, it's a good way to buy. I think I'm going to buy in very shortly, maybe even today. I need to look at it in a little bit more detail and think about the stop losses and everything. And it is certainly a very, very interesting one. I think we are, getting into a clear uptrend here. We can even draw a trend line here. And possibly even extend that. I mean, there would be a bit of a push. We don't really have enough touches here, but there you go. Actually, we've got 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches here, which is what you generally need for a trend line. And you can see that we overextended away from that trend line. Now we came back onto it, tested that support here. Actually find support at a trend line here together with that cluster of moving averages. We very recently made a golden cross as well, which is really good signal, guys, and I think there's a lot to come for Polkadot, also given the bullish news that are coming out about different relay chains coming online now. The possibility, I think, of minting NFTs is coming very soon to Polkadot. I think it could be any day, really. So there are a lot of interesting things happening here with Polkadot at the moment. It's broken out of that shape here, which was crucial, and now we've actually come very close back to that neckline. So I think, it's not a bad time to get in, actually. I think we might attempt to make a new all-time high this year. Yeah, I think so. I think it's underperformed this year. I mean, compare that chart to the Cardano chart, for example. You will see that this has massively underperformed. And I mean, there are, as far as I know, there are over 100 DApps running already, and the mainnet has been live for a while now. And so far, I think it's gone largely without problems. There have been a few issues here and there, but nothing major that I'm aware of, at least. And we can see here that, we are now above all the key moving averages, very close to them though, so they provide some support. And it's actually a good sign if we're not too far away from these moving averages, because that indicates that we can't fall very much normally without getting, we're getting support. We are here on the daily, actually around the 50 line, just above the 50 line. So you can see that we came down from the overbought range. The RSI pretty much mirrored the price action, so that's all good. We found where we came a little bit in the bearish range, but we pretty much found support here at the 50 line. So we are now back in the bullish range. We have a lot of scope, actually, a lot of scope before we come to the overbought range. So this is all looking good. So we have a little bit of scope to the upside. I think the next major resistance that I would expect now, well, we're currently there actually. We might getting through that just at this moment, or we already got through and are retesting it now before we continue our way to the upside. That is that $33.5 level, right? So you can see that previous high here. Now we are just above that. I think we're retesting it at the moment before we probably continue our way to the upside and find some support, find some resistance here at the 37.3, 37.5 level. If we get above that, I think we can, not with a lot of resistance, get to the all-time high that we made in May, and that could take us all the way up to $48. So I'd be very interested. I'm very interested in the further development here of that cryptocurrency. I think I'm gonna get into a trade. When I do that, I will certainly let you guys know in the live chat, and if I do another update video, I'll let you know as well. And I certainly will do another update video. If you want me to do another update video, let me know in the comments, but certainly I will let the members know in the live chat. What you can see here is that we're also making, possibly just about to make a long signal here on the ADX when the green line is crossing above the red one. So we made that sell signal, or basically the short signal here on the 20th of September. But the last time we made a green, a buy signal, that was actually before, end of July, before we really moved up very, very nicely. And you can actually see that we really very healthily moved up. We haven't really seen that crazy move, that parabolic move that we've seen with so many other cryptos. So we very healthily moved up, maybe overextended a little bit over the trend line, then came down to find support here again. It's not looking bad. Also on the MACD, we are above the 0 line actually, and we made a bullish cross at the same time here on the daily. So maybe before we finish the video, let's take a look here at the on the hourly chart. And I think here what we're seeing very nice. It's looking very good actually. We came down here in a bit of a correction, struggled to make a new high here, but then broke that level. Now retesting it again. Here that 33.8 level, came up very nicely, made a high, low. Here made a higher high. Now we're just retesting and potentially will now get to make a new higher high. Maybe get up to the 38 level here, 37.3 level. It's actually a range, whatever time frame you're looking at. It's always a bit different on some time frames. These are, for example, on the daily, these will just be wicks here, shadows. So it all depends a bit on which time frame you're looking at. But that's sort of the range that I'm expecting, between 37 and 38. We'll get some resistance here. Also very nicely on the 1 hour chart, we can expect some further moves now to the upside, because we're just hitting that 50 level, and also a long signal on the ADX, and about to get into the green range on the MACD. So I think, looking all good for Polkadot. I'm certainly getting into a trade here. Please bear in mind, this is no financial advice. This is only what I'm doing here. I'm gonna go long here. I don't actually own any DOT at the moment, even though I made that video here much early in the year. I have never bought it. I think I did, and then I sold them a bit higher, but it was just a bit of a bit of a stupid trade, because I just should have just held on to them. So yeah, I'm gonna go long again. I think the best is still to come for DOT. It's only my view. Again, I could be wrong. Please therefore only come to your own conclusions, make your own decisions when you enter a trade or invest in a cryptocurrency. So this is not financial advice, but let me know in the comments if you want me to cover DOT in the future, and if you like the content. Thanks a lot for watching, and please subscribe. Yeah, bye bye.